Hey Joe, it's Folks here. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a tutorial showing you how to create high profit print-on-demand legging designs so that way you can start selling this higher profit item. We'll also discuss personalization so that way buyers in your niche can actually customize the design. I'll also go through a list of niches that I think could be perfect for this item, and I will show you my favorite mock-up service for this product. This is an item I sold a few years ago, and basically during this video, I'm also going to give a bunch of tips to help you to actually sell it. And by the end, you'll be able to plan out your store and begin selling this high profit item. And for the video today, I have two product samples. The leggings on the left here are from the Printify app, and the one on the right are from the Subliminator app. Both of these items here are products that I have sold before, and honestly, I think when it comes to quality, they are pretty indistinguishable. If you were curious about the fit, obviously that could differ slightly. These are not products that I've actually tried on for obvious reasons, but when it comes to quality, like I said, they basically have the same hand feel. They seem to be made of the same fabric. In a moment, I will go through each supplier and show you the exact specifications for each one. But ultimately, I did want to show a product sample in this so that way you can get a look at the potential quality of the item that you might be trying to sell. And when it comes to selling this item, obviously the major question is just how profitable is it? Here on this store here, this is called Lunified.com. You can see they have a lot of amazing designs with reviews on their products. They are listing these leggings at $69.95. Maybe that's a bit high for us. Maybe if you're just starting out, you could list these anywhere from like $39 to $49. Like I said, I have two product samples, one from Printify and one from Subliminator, and that is a price that both with Subliminator and Printify you could make a great profit with. Here inside of Printify, they have several different options for leggings. The ones that we are looking at in the samples that I showed you are this one here. You can see that they offer this product for $16.60 with a Printify premium account. Here are the Subliminator leggings. This one is going to cost you $23.50. That price does include the shipping, so that is your total cost for the Subliminator option. Like I said, both options priced at the level that I just talked about would give you a decent profit. If you wanted to get a free month of Printify Premium, you could use my code. It's NINJA50. You can enter that inside of your payment section, and that will give you a free month of Printify Premium. Printify Premium, if you don't know, gives you a 20% discount on every single Printify product. And real quick as well, if you need help actually installing Printify or Subliminator into a Shopify store, I do have a free course. It's called POD for Dummies. There's over 30 videos inside of it showing you how to build out your store and get started selling products on social media. Like I said, it is completely free, and there is a link down in the description. And obviously, when it comes to niches for this item, we're going to want to cater to a female demographic. I went into ChatGPT here. I asked it to give me a list of popular hobbies that are primarily dominated by women. I asked for 25 examples, and you can see 25 examples here that could be high potential for a legging design. There's obviously lots of others out there as well, and another unique approach that you could take to this product is to actually make designs for niches that maybe aren't dominated by women. Things like motorcycles or dirt bikes or Jeeps and cars and trucks. Those are definitely niches that women could be interested in, and even though they're not dominated by women, they could be a great idea for this item. I also thought about different countries or different flags that you could showcase in your legging designs, or various things that have to do with being a mom, like a sports mom, for example. You could create baseball mom, basketball, football mom leggings as well. But for this video, we're going to be making designs like this. This is actually a design that I made. I'm going to show you exactly how I did it. This is a pair of leggings for the Zodiac niche. The idea would be to create designs like this for all 12 Zodiac signs. This here is inside of Placeit. They have some amazing mock-ups for print-on-demand leggings. In a few moments, I will show you exactly how to create these. If you did want to use Placeit, you could use my code to get a 15% discount on both the monthly and the annual plans. And like I said, in a moment, I will demonstrate how to actually use this. When it comes to creating your legging designs, the first thing you're going to need to do is click on Start Designing here inside of Printify. Once you do that, on the left-hand side, you can see where it says Download Design Template. This will allow you to download something like this to easily assemble your design and get it to look exactly like you want. Here is a pair of leggings for the Pisces niche, which is obviously a Zodiac sign on the Lunified store that we looked at earlier. We can see the design is basically an all-over print design. It does have a very large Pisces element on the leg of the actual leggings. You can see something very similar here for the Scorpio niche as well. If I click through their product images, you can see that they kind of have a galaxy print in the background with a Zodiac constellation and Scorpion on the thigh. And then lastly here we have another Pisces design. This one's a little bit more detailed. It is sort of like an image put on the actual leggings. Down towards the bottom here kind of of turns into a galaxy print. No matter what niche you are designing for, I would advise you to sort of have something in the background, some sort of all over print pattern, some sort of all over print image, something to sort of allow whatever you put in the foreground to stand out. What I mean by that is something like this here kind of has this galaxy sort of background going throughout the entire thing, but then in the foreground they have this Pisces element here. The same thing is true here for the Scorpio niche. One service that I love and use a lot is called creativefabrica.com. I came in here and I just looked up a bunch of different zodiac elements. You can see as we scroll through, we're seeing lots of different things that we could potentially use inside of our designs. What's cool about Creative Fabrica is you can download everything for free when you have an account with them. And recently Creative Fabrica put together an awesome little bundle here for my subscribers. For just $1 for your first month, you can get full access to Creative Fabrica. After that, you will get a 35% discount on your plan, and that will allow you to download everything you see inside of Creative Fabrica and use in your print-on-demand designs. As I was scrolling through, I basically found this one here. I think this is good for the Virgo niche. Obviously, if you are doing zodiac leggings, you would want to create one design for each one of the zodiac signs. I also found this constellation bundle here that has a constellation graphic in PNG format for every single one of the zodiac signs. And for today's video, we're going to use a mix of this here and the Virgo constellation from this file here to actually assemble our design. For the background of the design, I've been searching through and looking at different galaxy photos like this. These are from a site called pexels.com where you can get royalty-free images that we'll be able to use inside of our designs. Something like that would also be searchable through Creative Fabrica as well. And this here is our Printify design template. Now, inside of the actual file, you will see both a file for the right leg as well as the left. I currently have the left turned off. I can simply toggle it on here, and you can see that whatever we create on the right leg, we're just going to want to basically duplicate and mirror so that way it fits on the left leg. I am designing in Photoshop. I downloaded this PSD file from Printify inside of their template that I showed you earlier. They do have other file types as well, so depending on what software you are using, you'll want to upload this template in there. For the sake of the tutorial, we're going to start with the right leg, and I've basically already made this design. I just have it turned off so that way I could talk about the actual template first. You can see here if we zoom in on this that it gives us a little bit of a description about what we are seeing here. Everything inside of this dashed green line is going to be considered the safe area, which means anything you are creating that is super important, any text or any important graphic element with your design should be inside of this dashed green line space. Anything outside of this design might potentially get cut off. Basically, the way that Printify actually creates these is they are going to print your design one leg at a time, and then they're going to sew them together. For that reason, anything super important is going to want to be inside of here. So first things first, what I did is I got a galaxy print sort of background in here. You can see if I toggle this on and off that the galaxy print just covers the entire design. I've then gone ahead and pasted in two of the elements from our Creative Fabrica download. For the sake of this video, I am keeping things very simple. Obviously, if you wanted to create some sort of pattern with these, you could sort of overlay them all over the legging to give a nice look. For the sake of this video though, I am just trying to show you how to create this, and I don't want to spend a ton of time overthinking the design. This is obviously for the Virgo niche. I have Virgo elements in here. I would want to do this 12 times for all of the other zodiac signs. Or if you are creating designs for a different niche, then obviously the zodiac signs have nothing to do with what you are doing. I have now just basically duplicated the design so that way it also shows on the left leg as well. I also moved the elements over a little bit to the right. I also moved the elements over a little bit to the left because I wanted it to match exactly like I had it here on the right leg. The next step is to save these as two separate files. So I went ahead and I saved this one here as the left leg, and I saved this one here as the right leg. And from here, we're going to go into Printify and we're going to click on the upload button. This is going to allow us to upload both of these files. And you can see now I do have both of these files for the right side and for the left side inside of Printify. When I'm in this window, I can actually move this around a little bit if I want to. I am just going to position this one basically right there. Looks pretty good. The placements with this are a little bit difficult, so there might be some trial and error on your end depending on what you are actually doing with your design file. You can always click the preview button up in the top here and all of the Printify mockups will actually load up. And this is where the magic happens. Earlier I talked about playsits. I don't necessarily love the Printify mockups here. I think they're great for like showing the item, but when it comes to actually selling the product, I'm not sure if these mockups are going to be all we'll want to use on our store. As I click through them, like I said, they are very nice. Printify does a great job with their their mockups, but Placeit will help us to take things to the next level. And as you can see here inside of Placeit, they have a bunch of really high quality and really awesome leggings mockups for us to use. You can see all of these different pages down here. I mentioned before that I do have a 15% off link that works for both the annual and the monthly plans. The annual version does save you an additional 40% on your Placeit account, and it will allow you to use all of these mockups here for your designs on your store. They even have some in here that have a sports bra option as well, so if you wanted to create matching sports bras for your leggings, you could. I am going to kind of scroll through and look for some leggings that kind of highlight what's on the front of the design. I think this mockup here is pretty good. However, we are not creating a sports bra as well, so this mockup won't really work for us. I'm just going to continue to look through and find one, maybe like this one here, that has a great view of the front of the leggings. What's cool about Placeit as well is once we select one mockup here, we can see some suggested mockups over here on the right hand side that are sort of similar to the one that we already selected. If you're selling a product like this, I would say your mockups are definitely going to be a major factor in whether or not you are able to make sales, and that's why I'm showing you what you can do here inside of Placeit. And for the sake of this video, we're actually going to go with this one here. You can see right now that it just says your image here all over the entire pair of leggings. What we're actually going to do is upload a file here to actually get it to show on our legging mockup. If you hover over this up top, you can see that it wants you to upload a 500 by 1200 pixel image. Here inside of Photoshop, I recreated the design in the actual specification from Placeit, so that way we can upload it to the Placeit software to get our mockup. Once you upload your file, you will see a live preview option here where you can sort of change the zoom level of it. Down in the bottom, it will show you a preview of it as well. Ultimately, for the sake of this, I'm just going to leave it at 100% because ultimately I think that's going to most reflect our actual legging design. Once you get it how you want it, you can simply click on crop and it will then make your mockup for you. And obviously something like this here is going to help us to sell the product because the person in the photo is basically who we are trying to sell to. It's someone who is interested in fitness. It looks like they're sort of in the gym right now, and this is going to be, like I said, a little bit easier for us to actually make sales. On the left hand side, we can also change the color of the sports bra to whatever we want. Obviously something like this might not be that big of a deal. I would simply just choose a color that kind of matches the leggings. On the right hand side, again, we can see some suggested mockups as well. If you wanted to take a look through some of these, you could simply just click it and you will get to see it with your design already on it. Obviously, depending on the mockup, you might need to resize it. You can easily do that right here. And obviously, any design you're creating, you will want to just make sure that it is accurately representing what you're doing with your file inside of Printify, so that way when it gets printed, it actually looks like what you've created. For us here in Printify, the design elements are much smaller than they are appearing here on the actual Placeit software. So to adjust this, we would simply just come back here into the Placeit file, make these a little bit smaller so that way it more closely resembles what we're actually selling with Printify. Or if we liked the big version of the actual elements, we could leave them big and then edit our Printify file. What I always try to do is get it as close as possible. For the most part, we're still going to be using the Printify mockup, so even if the Placeit ones are slightly different, we will have the actual mockups on the actual store. I have now come back into Placeit, and you can see we have the new design here on our actual mockup, and in my opinion, it better resembles what we're actually selling in Printify currently. And again, if you wanted to, you could click through the different suggested mockups on here, and you'd be able to see your design in a whole bunch of different looks. Ultimately, what I would recommend doing is getting a whole bunch of these mockups. With the Placeit plan, you can download as many as you want. You could use them on your product pages, you could use them on social media, you could create really cool banners with them as well. You could also, once you get all of your other zodiac signs in there as well, create a whole bunch of different mockups to kind of show exactly what your designs look like. And again, ultimately, I'm not saying that the Printify mockups are horrible. I'm just saying that some of the Placeit ones are, in my opinion, going to give us a little bit of a better chance at getting people to buy into our brand. And ultimately, like I said, print-on-demand leggings could be a great high profit product for you to add to your store depending on your niche. We went through a few of them. Some of the ones that I mentioned are actually niches that I have sold leggings to in the past, and I think if you are pricing it sort of in line with what I was talking about today, you could make a great profit on it. The key though, like I said, is to make sure that you have great product mockups to actually use on your store. My favorite mockup provider for leggings would be Placeit, and like I said, in the link in the pinned comment of this video, there will be a 15% discount for you that will work on both the monthly and the annual plans. If you are creating leggings, let me know down in the comments comments below how it is actually going for you. Or if you're not selling leggings and you have a niche in mind, let me know what it is and I could give you some feedback on it. Ultimately, like I said, I think this is a great product, and if you're looking to branch out from traditional t-shirts or traditional mugs and you're looking to make a little bit more in profit, this could be an awesome option for you to add to your store. As I said earlier as well, if you need help actually building a store, I do have a free course. It's called POD for Dummies. There's a link down in the description. Inside are over 30 videos showing you how to build out your store and get started selling products on social media. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video.